Greetings, witches. This is the last video in my series on how to make your own scribble tarot deck. So I've done one video for each of the 4 minor arcana suits: the cups, the wands, the swords, the pentacles. And these are the cards I started with that I got on Amazon. They are inexpensive, and I put a link to them in my description. So if you want an inexpensive rider weight tarot deck that you can just mark up, color on, draw on, write the meaning on, do whatever you want with them, it's a decent option. And Sharpie seems to work pretty well on them. So now we're going to do the Major Arcana, which is also known as the Journey of the Fool. So the Fool card is 0. I recommend researching each card. I like to look at different readers, different websites, different books, my intuition, what the picture on the card means to me. So use your intuition and mark them up however you like. The Fool is starting a new journey. He's looking up into the sky. The sun is shining. His eyes are open. But he's about to walk off a precipice. And he's got his little dog with him. Just kind of la-di-da. So on his way. It's new starts, new beginnings. But it's also potential. He's got no idea what's in store for him. So our next number 1 card is the Magician. The Magician has all the suits on his table. He's got the swords, the wands, the cup, and the pentacle. So all options are literally on the table. And he's got some kind of magic wand, or I don't know what that is, in his hand. There's flowers, so things are beautiful and abundant. This is about manifestation. He's about to choose and manifest. Now, number 2 card is a High Priestess. The High Priestess has secrets. You don't know what's hidden behind the curtain behind her. The B and the J, some people stand for blind justice. She's got a scroll of knowledge. She has the moon, crescent moon here, so things are not very illuminated, hidden things. You don't know the full truth yet, so this is about intuition. You don't have the facts, so you're going to have to use your intuition. She has not revealed her secrets. So the next one is 3, the Empress. So the Empress has everything. Look how rich. She's got a crop, she's got trees, she has fruit on her gown, a crown, a scepter. This is the culmination of all the Queen cards, but it's also a lot of the 9 of Pentacles. This card is about abundance. It's also about security in your abundance. So along with the Empress, we have the Emperor. He is the accumulation of all the King cards. So if you look at the King cards, I happen to have them on top here. Balance, leadership, authority, and mastery. So the Emperor card is authority over all those things. He is the ultimate authority, and she is the ultimate abundance. But she is more nurturing, she is more internal, he is more external. So you can think of that. All the King cards, all the Queen cards. Now number 5 is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about systems. It's about spiritual leaders. It can be the government, the banking system, the churches. He is tradition, but he's also systems. But systems usually operate within tradition. So big, slow-moving establishment. Now the lovers. The lovers can be literally about choosing between two lovers. Sometimes they call this the sacred versus the profane. It has a man and a woman. What it's really about is choice. Now, it's not always choice about love, even though it's called the lovers. It's also represents a choice between the intellect and the heart, the mind and the heart, the feelings versus the thoughts, the practical versus romantic. It's about choices. Now, the Chariot. It's about fast-moving action. It's the need to make a decision on the fly. It's being pulled in two directions at once. It's moving forward at all costs. It has a lot of the energy of the Knights. So we're going to call this determination. It's fast motion also, though. Now, strength. The strength card, obviously this woman cannot overpower a lion with strength. So what she's using is smarts along with strength. By holding his mouth open, he can't bite her. So this is about courage. Now, the Hermit. This is the Virgo card, and I'm a Virgo. It is about going inward, but it's also about the light of knowledge. So it's about looking for that knowledge within you in meditation, in solitude, searching for the answers within. So we're going to write on this one, introspection. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is always turning. If your fortunes are high, it means they're going to go low. If your fortunes are low, they're going to go high. There's going to be movement in your fortunes. Good luck to bad luck to good luck. The streaks, positive or negative, never last forever. So we're going to just call this one cycles. You have a cycle of high, followed by a cycle of low. Up top we've got angels, and down below we have some kind of demon or devil. The cycles of life. Number 11 card is justice. Now it is literally justice. There's not a whole lot to add to justice. We all know what justice means. But it's also about balance. He has the scales of justice right in his hand, along with the sword of intellect and truth. So the Hanged Man. Now he appears to be in a pretty bad spot, but he doesn't look upset. He is hanging by his foot. If he wanted to, he could get out of that. His hands are free. He could reach up and untie his foot and get himself out of there. And he doesn't look distressed in any way. He has kind of this light of knowledge around his head. So some people look at this as a need to change your perspective. Change the way you're looking at something. By suspending himself upside down, he is changing his perspective, literally. Looking at things from a different way. But it's also about suspension. So you can suspend making a judgment. You can hold for now, suspend action. But it's also about surrendering. He's not fighting. He's just accepting it. So we're going to call it that, surrender. Surrender, perspective. That's what the Hanged Man is about. Now, the card everybody hates, the Death card. Now, the Death card is not generally about physical death. It's about changes. The death of one thing for the growth of another. It is about transformation. Because if your spiritual death is not the end of anything, it's a transformation into the next realm. So death is transformation. I didn't really leave myself enough room there, but transformation. Not literal death, usually. Now, Temperance. See, she's got 2 cups. Cups are your emotions. She's got flowing water. She's got sunshine. She's got kind of knowledge radiating out. So she has a balance of intellect and knowledge. So this card is about moderation. Everything in moderation, including moderation, is what they say. Now, card 15 is the Devil. The Devil is about addictions, servitude, having a master, feeling like you're not free. Now, that might be perceived or actual, because again, they're chained up, but their hands are free. They could get free from that. They could get away from it. That's just the way it goes. So Devil is about bondage. Now, it can be bondage to a system, bondage to a person, bondage to an addiction, to a substance, to a behavior. You don't feel like you're free. You feel like you're in servitude. Now, the Tower. We've all had tower movements in our lives where everything comes crashing down. Everything ends. Everything has to start over. It's not a gradual or kind ending. It is a dramatic final ending. So this we will call upheaval. Upheaval of anything and everything. When the Tower comes into your life, nothing is held back. When I kept getting the Tower card, it was the end of my marriage, the end of my job. I moved towns, everything. My family life, my career, my finances, everything was hit by upheaval. Then we have the Star card. The Star, again, there's balance here because the water is flowing. There's 2 hands, 2 sides. We've got stars in the sky. It's number 17. Everybody tends to call this the Hope card. Everybody seems to call it that. It is about hope. It's also about spiritual growth and evolving spiritually. Card 18 is the Moon. The Moon, you can't see things clearly in the moon. I've got the dogs howling. I've got some obelisks in the back. The Moon is about not seeing things clearly. We'll call it illusion. Nothing is clear. Everything is unclear. Searching for a good word there. Now, the Sun. Now, everything is clear. Everything is bright. Everything is good. This is considered the most positive card of the entire deck. It is happiness. It is joy. It is seeing things clearly in the bright light of day. So this card is all about joy. It is the happy, happy, joy, joy card. Now, number 20 is Judgment. It's about Judgment Day. It's about judging ourselves, being a final judgment, but it's also about awakening to the truth. awakening to what's coming, awakening to how the world really works, an awakening to judgment. The final card is the World card. It is completion. You've completed this whole journey from the Fool. So once you get to completion, what happens? You start again with the Fool, and you go through the entire enlightenment again to completion. And that is how to make a scribble deck for the Major Arcana. Do what you feel. Draw pictures, write sentences, write paragraphs, write a single word. Use your intuition, use books, use videos, and make your own cards from scratch if you want to. This is how I made my Scribble tarot deck. Have a great day, witches.